You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Looking After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Looking After Show.
Yo.
Hello.
Oh, I'm like, where's the music?
I was wondering what Phil was going to surprise us with for music, and the surprise is silence.
No music.
No introductions.
It's a dramatic opening. Ooh.
Phil, we needed a gay song. You failed. Phil is our engineer-producer, if you didn't know.
Right.
Much better.
I don't know what this is.
This is the music from WWE, right? The Funky Twins when they come in?
Yes.
First of all,
that's a lazy
so
choice.
proud that I know that because I watch Total Divas on E.
That's how you know it.
That's how I know.
You're filling your time wisely.
We are.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. It's good to
All
be
right, we're done, Phil. We're done with the song.
Phil's not, though.
He's not. And you know what? We can rock to that. We're back. It's already episode 6. Looking in the mirror, and it's great to be back here with the full house. I'm Scott Moore.
I'm Kylie Hodges.
I'm Kyle Kittleson.
I'm Pat Lambert.
It was really the loneliest number last week. I had to hold it here in the studio all
But
by
good
myself.
job. Very nice.
All by myself.
Okay, sometimes doing it yourself is better. Get it?
Still for
DIY
those.
There's
action.
some masturbation in you.
Yes,
It's
there was. No, I got it. I was right there with you.
okay, it's a gay show.
Right there.
I was right there with you. I was the
They get
same
it.
wavelength.
Thank you.
Everyone, yes.
Everyone
You
gets
guys
it.
got it. You guys
Yeah,
got it.
I'm picking up what he's putting down.
It's cool. So what everyone think, I mean, of this episode here, looking in the mirror.
I'm very angry at everybody.
Yes,
Everybody.
Yeah.
angry.
Except for Doris.
Yes.
Doris. I'm angry that there's not more of Doris.
Right.
Yes.
So I'll be angry about
She's
that.
an aggressive kisser.
She is. Did we ever find out
Was
who
that
she
her
was
in the
making
back?
out with?
No, that was just a guy. That was a guy.
That was a guy who came 2 episodes ago to the leather thing. Remember? He was at the leather thing.
that's
with
right.
Him, you could tell.
I think
It was
so.
kind of blurred in the background.
I thought it was just guy on lawn chair number 4.
Yeah.
That's why I assumed
Or the
That's
that
how
guy
he's credited.
she was supposed to go bowling with, or something that she, backed out of, and he showed up
Doris.
at the park. It
That
seemed like
was-
everybody was at the park.
That was
She
a
might have been
nice-
on Grindr.
That was a nice birthday party she put together for him.
It was just
really
a
cute.
Facebook invite, please.
Yeah, but like
That's all
that
she did.
pinata
No, I'm
with the
kidding.
shit
It
inside?
really was good.
I was
It
like,
was
that
good.
was effort.
And they had T-shirts made.
It was
It was
Lordy
Dom's 40. Yeah.
I was like, that's cute.
So totally stealing that from my 40.
Me too, which will be here sooner than I think.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
That's soon.
Nice. We'll have a pinata for you too.
Right, thank you.
But yeah,
In
it
6
was.
years.
Everyone, we all kind of got it. We just finished watching and got up and said, "Well, I don't really like."
Well, that was
anyone
really
right
upsetting.
now.
Let's take them case by case.
Case
Yeah,
by case.
case by case.
Let's break it down.
Because Augustine I hate.
So
I mean,
let's.
sorry.
No,
not-
yeah.
You
should
He
be
was in a
sorry.
salty
Let's not
mood.
start with him, but he's
Yes.
salty.
Wait,
Salty.
who?
Augustine.
Augustine.
But
Oh,
first,
God.
let's talk about Richie and Patrick.
Yes.
Tender-hearted, stupid Patrick.
I've
Stupid
maxed out
Patrick.
on my patience for Patrick, and I'm sure some people disagree with this, but he needs to grow up. Like, I'm ready for him to start acting
doesn't
like a man.
know what
You
to do.
cannot be in a relationship for, what is this, a week, and then say,
What is a week?
well, I'm gonna, I can't wait to introduce my boyfriend to people. I mean, just
That's
come on,
not.
get it
I don't know.
together.
I'm the same way. I went on a date
Well,
with
then you
somebody
need to
last
get it
night, and I'm
together.
pretty sure I'm like, so are you gonna propose?
Yeah, you're like, I'm ready to get married. I want
I'm
to
like,
introduce to the family my best
So
friends.
should we get matching cardigans?
Yeah.
It's time, right?
That's crazy girl love. I'm the exact same
Yeah.
way.
I have.
Well, there's Patrick in all of us, but we got to know how to manage our Patrick.
But it's the awkward Patrick that continues to show up
like,
here. Where,
so he
awkward.
gives him the restadito.
I don't
Perfect.
remember the word.
That's perfect.
Dorito
wait,
ranchero.
it was the.
Did you write it?
Escupolano? Wait, what
I
was
think
it?
it's like
So many people are.
Escupolario. That's
Hashtag
it.
so white.
I know, I'm so white.
So many
And
people
my
are
accent
yelling.
in Spanish.
It's El
It's
Scupolario.
Escupolario.
You could just say Escritorio.
Let's be real. It was ugly.
Yeah,
And
And it was $4.
It was I wouldn't want to wear it, but I thought
It probably leaves
adorable.
a mark, you know, because it's $4. But it was adorable. It was the thought. It goes back to like it's the thought that counts, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I love that.
Loved it, but I would have been like, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll put it
I'm
in
gonna put it on my
my
wrist.
I was like, I'll put it in my jewelry case.
Yeah, it's gonna go
It'll
in
be on
my
display.
car.
I do love later when Augustine is talking to Patrick, and Augustine goes, "Yeah, and you're wearing your stupid necklace," and he goes, "It's not a necklace," and I'm like, "Then it's around your neck. Like that's what a necklace is." But this is Patrick
No, it's
just
a
being like, "No,
Scupolario.
it's not a necklace."
It's more
That
than
was
a necklace.
mean. What Augustine was saying.
It was
Augustine
so
was
mean.
a mean little bitch this whole
That was
episode.
not okay.
Ugh.
But you know what it is, and
But
Kylie,
I
you
would have
said
had that
this.
same conversation with a friend. Probably, I wouldn't have been like, "What's going on here?"
You said this, Kylie. He's upset with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
not.
and he's projecting.
Yes.
He's not
projecting.
okay. But wait, Pat, why would you have? I'm
Not
curious,
like the
why would you
slumming
have said
conversation, but it's like Patrick like becoming Latino. It's just like
Wait, Patrick
Hey
is
guys,
not
I'm
becoming
dating a Mexican,
Latino.
and
I
it's
don't
seriously
think
my
so.
goal to
What?
become Latino.
no, but
Mine
like
too.
he's like
I
he's
missed
like
that in my
doing
notes.
he's doing the he's doing the necklace thing, and it's like
And dating a Latino, and that's
which
it.
is awesome, but it's like also Patrick is like it seems like Patrick's not aware that it's a little comical that Patrick is doing.
But is he really giving off the vibe that he's becoming Latino?
I don't think so.
I don't think it's becoming Latino.
No.
I think it's that you have someone who
just so white.
lives in
Yes, exactly.
really what
He's
the thing is. Like
waspy.
I would make fun of it. I'd be like, "Wow, white boy getting some street cred."
Yeah.
But,
like,
even Richie
wouldn't be mean about
acknowledges Patrick is this wasp. He's like a boyfriend and a wasp. Like he's this yuppie guy who has his
Totally
job and his
yuppie.
career and lots of money or
Yeah, and
whatever.
who's been sort of sheltered and hasn't had a
Yes.
lot of experience,
Yes.
and and that's what comes across here. And this is sort of
Adorable.
I can
say adorable, but-
completely relate to Patrick because I feel like in my relationship, I'm Patrick and my boyfriend is Richie.
Is your
Like,
boyfriend
when-
Latino?
Yeah, he's
Then
Mexican,
you can't.
and he grew up like he didn't have his own bed till he was like 10 years old. And when he told me that, I started crying, and he's like, "Why are you crying?" Like, that's fine. That's what my life was. And I was like, because you never had a bed. Oh my God, I'm a privileged upper middle class white girl. Oh my God.
How dare you?
And it's like I just had all these realizations, and I had no idea how sheltered I was till I
Wow.
met him.
White guilt.
White
White
guilt.
guilt.
For
Hashtag
real.
white
Hashtag white
guilt.
guilt.
White guilt.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Reals.
Yep.
White guilt.
Hashtag. White
Well,
guilt.
but they are one of I think everyone's is everyone fighting in this episode, but
And
they
Richie
are
like goes at Augustine. Loved that.
Yeah,
Also,
he
it was their
should.
first
Well, also really
fight.
uncomfortable because I feel like if anyone ever said that sort of shit about me, and I would have been like, "Hi, I can hear you," and then I would have left it at that. I would have never.
Wait,
like,
if someone said who?
You mean
about
like
you?
when
Like
there
when
was a
someone was
spark?
talking shit about me at a friend thing,
Oh,
Yes.
right.
And you
right.
were close enough to earshot to hear it, you would have said something.
I would have thrown a little shade, but then I would have
Yeah.
like kept it funny.
Yeah, Richie was having none of that.
Richie was
No.
not.
He's like, this is not comical.
And Patrick didn't stick up for him because Patrick
No.
was sort of
no,
like
he didn't.
I
Sort of
think
that deer in the
Patrick was-
headlights again. Like,
well, he was
didn't
also. I
quite-
think he felt really attacked because he was like, he's really proud that he's
Yeah.
making these steps.
Yeah.
And Augustine's like just making fun of him.
Yeah, and trying
Well,
to
and
knock him
when
down. a peg.
Patrick introduces Richie to his boss,
That's awful.
and he goes, "This is Richie," and then his boss goes, "This is my boyfriend."
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
like, "Hello."
Yeah.
Say,
I mean,
this is Richie,
yes.
my boyfriend.
At any point, I think that's the time in the relationship to do it. To be
Yeah.
like, "This is my boyfriend." Like, here
Yeah,
we
be proud
go.
of it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
but
there's also
that's
that
why I also
sexual
think
tension there.
Yes, that's what we
yes.
talked about in previous episodes, and we've said this in predictions and everything, that we
And
think
then
there's
the
still something there
teaser?
between him and Kevin.
The teaser when Kevin is fixing his bow tie at the wedding.
I know.
Why is he at the
See?
wedding? Why is he
See?
at the wedding?
Exactly. That'll be the penultimate episode, so you know things are going to come to a head, pun intended.
Wait, penultimate, is that not the last one?
Yes, it's the second to last.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you
I have a
know,
college
didn't know
degree,
either.
guys.
no, but you know, like everything's gonna
Shit's
come
gonna
to a
get
head.
Okay.
Yes, shit's
Yeah.
gonna come to a storm. Everything's gonna happen there.
So
and,
who do you side with here? I mean, I feel like Patrick made appropriate steps. When he said the boyfriend thing, I thought it was hilarious. And I thought I think Richie's a really good guy.
He is. Patrick was just caught in the middle of a shitty situation.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
tough
But
all
he
around.
To Patrick's credit, I would have probably said like, "Oh, he's gonna open up something."
Right. Well, you just, yeah, I agree. I probably would have. I may
Because I
have
think
said
I
the
would have
same
expected
thing.
like, "Oh, like that's probably what you want."
Yeah,
And
it's
when
like
you're
your
first
goal.
dating someone, you're figuring all that out.
are.
And
Yes.
there is, I think it is okay, even though they've been together, 15 minutes. They're like, all right, we had this awkward, weird thing. I should have, Patrick admitted, he's like, I should have told Augustine to go F off and etc. And so he admitted it. Richie's hopefully going to this wedding and they'll move
Well,
forward.
do you think? I mean, throwing it in another direction, do you feel like Richie might have been too emotional about that, or do you think it was the right? Because part of me was watching and thinking he was just a little bit too emotional.
But he held back a lot.
He did.
Yeah.
It was a tipping point for
And
him.
Agustin was being antagonistic like the whole day.
He was. But like going into it and meeting these friends and coming in from the outside without knowing.
But he also
their
said he was like,
background and
look, if
everything.
you're nervous for me to go, I don't have to go.
True.
You know?
Now, I will say when Agustin backed down as soon as Richie approached him, I thought that was very not Agustin. Like his natural character.
I think it was, though. He's a shit talker, but he can't live up to
back
what
it
he
up.
says.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Literally, I
heard
just
that.
got so gay. I was like, yes,
Yeah,
sister.
you're ready to snap.
Yes.
Free chick.
So true. Hashtag true.
Okay, just because you made that
Praise.
voice
Hashtag praise.
is when they were talking about the gay voicemails.
loved it.
If you're a gay man, for me personally, and I think everyone can attest to this, you do listen to your voicemail and go, how gay am I coming? On your
Are you
voicemail
kidding me?
Before you
I
make
do.
it.
Oh my God.
I don't think straight people do that.
No, I
I
don't
think
think so either.
only gay people go, how gay do I sound?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a gay enough or not too gay.
I have
Okay, good.
redone it so many times in hopes that it will get straighter.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yes.
know why it needs to get straighter. But
You're
I'm
like, hey, I'm Pat Lambert.
I'm
I'm not in right
literally,
now. I'm
it's
playing
like,
football. And
it's like,
Yeah.
hey,
I'm watching the.
So thanks for calling.
I'm at the
I'm
bar
fixing a
watching
car.
Getting some
Call me
pussy.
back.
Look at all these straight men I'm hearing right now.
I haven't shaved all week.
So is it? I
straight
guess,
to me. And everyone who
I've
calls
never-
me is like, hi, Mrs. Lambert. I'm like, no, this is her son, Pat. And they're like, okay, miss. And they're like,
Sure, honey.
okay.
So do you
okay,
only
ma'am.
want to sound straight in a voicemail, but then when you're talking, you don't care how gay your voice sounds?
No,
I think when we're talking, we can't have a playback.
Right.
If we could, I think we would definitely
We
do
would.
that.
and I
I'd say,
was-
nice to see you, Kylie.
But
I go, let me
I-
play
Is
that
it
back
bad
and make sure I
to,
like
to talk gay?
Yeah.
No, it's not bad.
It's great.
Yeah.
But my best friends can tell when I meet like a business person and they're
Absolutely.
like
You go
straight
to the
male.
business voice.
Boom.
Absolutely.
It's like I like have a
Yeah.
bravado.
It's like the work voice and everything. I
Something
will
comes
admit,
up.
I will admit too, like even when I've gone on auditions and I've done voiceover things and I'll play it and I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm going to sound too gay for this role. Like I've done things like that too, and it's horrible. I mean, it's
Right.
horrible that you have to think that way. And
But I love
you
that-
allow yourself to.
You know, the three of us watched
way.
that, and we already were on the same
Right.
page. We're like, oh, we've all done
Yeah.
that voicemail
So
thing.
funny.
And
Yeah.
then Kylie, you probably just watched that and thought, oh, that whatever. Like,
Yeah. I
yeah,
just
you
think,
never
"God,
thought
I
about
sound
that.
like I'm 7
And
years
so
old.
I just love that the writers are taking that type of approach to know that this is something that I've never talked about it, but as soon as they did, I go, oh my gosh,
Yep.
that
like
is so relatable.
funny because I literally was driving here to talking about the show and I was like, I literally love watching the show. Not like anything happens. Like the storylines aren't very.
It's real.
Right.
It's just
real
real.
life.
But I'm like, oh my God, this is not on TV. It's just not. I've never seen real gay stories. It's
You
only
said
like gay,
something-
funny characters.
You
Yes.
said something during a great scene that you were like, "Oh my God, I love watching the show. I love being gay." It's like this show celebrates being gay, and-
even though it's like a
and
bit of a
truth.
struggle.
They do
it's-
celebrate
yeah.
it, but it's real.
Right.
Yeah.
We celebrate it in a normal way.
Yes.
It's like
Yeah.
It's more of an exposure.
It's just
like
a group
this
of
is
people.
what
oh
gay
my,
life
oh my
is.
God. I hope other people are watching this understanding like gay people rock.
They might just say, "Oh, well, their lives aren't as exciting as I thought."
They have
I
a lot
know.
of
It was
sex.
kind of yeah.
Yeah, what
and they
happened to
all
all
have
that?
sex
Sorry.
with each other.
Never have I like done the grinder approach thing. When the
Oh
kid
my
came over, was like, "You
gosh.
should text me later."
I know that was. But you know what was interesting about that is
Fun
I
approach.
thought that Dom was gonna
Do
go
it.
for that
Me
because
too.
the fact of him.
But
you
when
know, the 40
Doris
thing.
Doris really planted the seeds in his
She
head
did.
there.
She
And
did.
how sad was it that then? Well, let's I guess move to.
Yeah, we can now move into.
And
Dom.
I was
Dom and
wrong.
Lynn?
Oh, I so just cut you off.
What?
I was wrong 2 episodes ago. I said I think Dom's gonna have this party and have this like breakdown
Yeah.
and go after some
Well,
18-year-old.
I did too. I thought when the guy came up, I was like, "There we go." The guy's showing
But
up on
he
the bike. He's gonna
didn't.
go hook up with him now.
He
But-
left that party. Is like, cool. I'm 40.
is-
I
Yeah.
have friends.
I
I'm
think
building
that
this
Lynn,
restaurant.
Lynn is leading him on. Like the flowers. I'm like, come on. That's
very
I forgot about.
confused.
The
I know you
flowers.
own a flower shop, so it's like that's what you
and
would
it's
give.
free.
But
Yeah,
it's
for
something
you
else
to
we
just
talked
give
about.
the
We're like,
flowers.
is that
Somebody sent me flowers. I'd be like, oh, I have to blow you now, right?
Like when I have to
Oh.
give her, but flowers in
Is
the
that just me?
park.
Did you ask your mom if she sends you flowers? Sorry, that
I
was
mean,
inappropriate.
it's
Oh,
true.
yeah, that
No,
was
she
weird.
never sends me flowers. She just
Why
calls
did
and
I
she's
do
like,
that?
why aren't you straight?
I heard your voicemail.
Get a
I know you're
girlfriend.
not.
Yeah, right.
I already have 2 daughters. Just kidding. Debbie loves me. Most people call the house
Hi,
thinking
Debbie.
I'm her, so
Yeah.
it's great.
Well, yeah, Dom. I did. I know I'm the minority also in this, but I liked it when Lynn, the flower shop owner, said, "You know what, Dom? If we're gonna go into business, which is hard enough, we don't need to mix this in with a relationship." And because, sorry, I'm
I
cutting
do,
you
but
off
I
again.
don't.
When Dom or when Lynn says, we're going to do this together, and I'm gonna support it financially. Then Dom goes in for the kiss, almost rewarding him or reinforcing him for doing that.
Well, yes, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, it seemed like Dom was going there to be like, hey, like, you were doing all these nice things for me. I think I'm supposed to give you sex. Like,
Yes, exactly.
like,
And
it's
that's
not
so
that I don't-
immature.
Not that I don't want to, because I'm sort of confused now, and I seem to want to have sex with you. But like, I guess I owe you, and this is what I've got because clearly I'm hot.
He makes.
Now, are you talking as Dom or yourself?
Yeah, I know, right?
I've lost myself in the
Both is
role.
kind of blurred in there.
I've lost myself in the role.
He's the first guy that I've seen with a mustache and been like, oh my god, I'm into
He's
that.
so hot.
Yeah.
Like his
people like
chest
him.
in that
Yeah.
shirt. I'm like,
He's
hell
And he
yeah.
just has a nice.
He's like
cheekbones,
Superman.
You know,
Very well
bone
built.
structure.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
Lynn, what the fuck?
I know. Well, that's what I think. I think
Lynn.
he's
He's
like,
smart. Lynn is
Lynn-
smart.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think on paper
it's
he
mature.
wants to be
But
the
it's ease.
mature.
Come on.
Absolutely, but I think he's thinking, okay, we're going to business together. I'm trying to be the mature. Like on paper, this is what we should do. But I feel like that's going to be broken down.
Do
in
you
the next
think
couple
Lynn has like
episodes.
some other baggage? Like he had like a boyfriend who died or something? Like, why does
Or
Lynn?
a
Why
straight
does?
family.
Yeah. Why does Lynn's?
I think
Whoa, DL that shit.
right?
I just think Lynn is. He's
he's
had
scared.
experiences.
Yeah,
I think
he's
he's
scared.
mature. I don't
But
think he's scared.
I think he is
of
scared.
what?
I think he's scared of like getting too far and then being hurt. Like either there's something. In
He
his
honestly,
past,
he's
and
literally
don't
like
think so.
not
I
even
do.
putting the romantic option out there. He's like, clearly,
Yeah.
we would not work.
Yeah.
You're not gonna.
Because
But
I
let's
think there's
also
an
remember
attraction
how
there.
they met. I met you in a bathhouse,
Right.
and after talking to you for 5 minutes, you went and hooked up with some younger,
Child.
22-year-old. So if I'm Lynn, I'm going, okay, clearly
Right.
you're in no position to be doing this. So I guess he could be scared for that.
Yeah,
But
that's
now if
why
they
I
are going to go
feel
into
like that.
business with each other, keep
Yeah,
it
there's definitely a
business.
level.
There is.
Do business.
But like, of course,
Then
my
why
heart was like
flowers?
leaping and bound. I was
Yeah,
like, oh
come
my
on.
god, they're gonna
That's
open.
true. And then the flowers.
They're gonna be in love. They're gonna have a
Yeah, they're
restaurant.
gonna
have forbidden
It's complicated. Like
That is
Meryl
so
Streep.
cute.
I'm like,
Yeah.
You know, it's complicated.
Come
Meryl
on, you
Streep,
know
the
Will.
gayest movie in
Yes,
the
yes,
world.
sorry, I didn't know
Everyone
your
is always like,
reference. Yes.
oh, I want to fall in love like that. I want
Yeah.
like a home like that. So when I heard them doing that, I was like, oh my god, it's a complicated.
Come
like,
on,
this is
they'll be
great.
like all hanging out in the restaurant at like
They're gonna
2 in the
yeah,
morning.
2 in the
and
morning making fucking croissants
exactly.
and peri peri
Yeah.
fucking chicken.
Yes. And they're gonna just hook up. You know,
And I'm
come on, you know
crying
that's
at home,
happening.
just like eating tacos, being like, I'll never find love.
You should call me. I'm there for you.
Oh, I was like,
Oh, no.
It's like that
Professional.
Grindr moment.
This is business.
Yeah, you're like just business there.
This is business here.
We work in entertainment. So what is business?
I guess
Blurred
Dom is
lines,
the only
blurred lines.
person that personally I'm not mad at then.
No, I love him.
No,
And Doris.
I actually
Doris
feel
is-
a little bad for Dom. you
I'm not
know?
mad at Richie.
I'm not either.
I
I
feel
felt like
for
he was.
Richie.
I do, but I felt like he was and I get it. Maybe it's just me because I'm not emotional. I don't know. I just felt like he like went too emotional right there. Like just
Yeah.
Richie is
Bring it
very
in.
proud. And I think that's like an ongoing thing with him. Like when he was fucking with Patrick at the beginning about, oh, am I your boyfriend?
Right,
like I think
right.
it's like he likes having the upper hand. And he likes
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kind
feeling
of
that
wants
dominance.
him.
Yeah,
having
so-
the
Or when he
things in
stuck
his
up,
way.
when he stuck up for Patrick being a top.
Yeah, I loved
was-
that.
loved that.
I love that.
That
You gotta-
was good.
And that is
Yeah,
what a
that-
boyfriend
that was
should do
good.
is that
Yes.
supportive
Yes.
because you see a lot of couples it's funnier I guess when couples like bring each other down like oh you were so
Yeah,
stupid
yeah.
this morning or the other day you were so
Yeah.
dumb but when you get to see a couple stick up for the other person or a
Yeah.
partner stick up for their partner
That's
that
Or
is
like when
so
when
great.
your
It's hot,
friends
too.
are all
It's
making
like-
fun of you for like whatever, and when somebody sticks up for you, you're like,
Yeah.
I love you so
No,
much.
it's
Because I love my friends, but like, leave me the fuck alone.
No, but it is.
I can be a
It
top
is.
too.
if I wanted,
especially with that voice.
Yeah,
Augustine.
if I wanted to.
But
But I was gonna say really quick too. Before I mean, because we were talking about this a couple weeks ago too. It's like we're so used to people tearing everybody down that it's nice to have that support of someone that can like
Yeah.
bring you up. It's because we do that a lot of in the gay world is like let's tear everyone
So
down.
catty.
So it is nice. Like I do agree with that. So just want to put that comment in there.
Great.
Okay.
good, nice gay people. It's good to be nice
Right.
and gay.
And support. You know.
So
support one
just
another.
a real quick fact of trivia before we move on from Dom and Lynn.
love
The
this.
it's not that big of a trivia, but
hate
when Dom says, you know, at 40 Grindr sends you an email like canceling your account.
true?
Grindr actually went out and started tweeting, "We don't do that. Like that is just a joke." And they
I thought it
and then
was.
Looking started retweeting it like, you know, to support that
great.
message. And Grindr it wasn't as Grindr was upset. They're like just, you know, getting in part of the conversation.
yeah. Just so you know.
Yeah.
We don't-
Grindr is
we don't
kinda-
But you
hate
know, some
when
people
you're-
thought that for
Like,
real.
Of course.
Some people were like, "Oh God,
I know that it's
8 more
probably
years."
not happening,
Yeah.
but I wonder if Grindr's getting any like if they are paying for any. I mean, I doubt it. Grindr's just
I don't
so
know.
gay.
I think it's educational for straight people though, because like I'm not on Grindr. I don't.
Yeah,
have
please
it,
do not.
But I love hearing
I think you
about
should.
it.
Just so you can
Here's the
just
reality. When
scroll through.
I've seen like a woman on there, and not like a tranny, like a woman, like
Actual.
a transgender.
like an actual woman who's just like looking for friends, and I get angry. I'm like,
not what
because I'm
it's
flipping
for.
through, and I'm like, bitch, get your own sandbox.
See, I've
So
never
wait.
used Grindr. I don't use Grindr, but the
Yeah, me
use
neither.
it.
Me neither. It's
My,
strictly
strictly
academic.
business.
Strictly
Whoa.
research. Just
Research for the
research.
show.
Little
Market,
lies.
Demographics. You want to
Demos.
see who's living in the area.
Yeah, and sex, but you know.
But a straight friend of mine recently, he goes, "Oh my God, there's this app. It's Tinder." I go, "What is
Yeah.
that?" "It's this," and he explains it. And for gay people listening who don't know what it is, it's basically Grindr for straight
is.
people.
It is.
And
So
they
okay.
thought it was the most revolutionary concept.
And
I
I'm
go, Grindr's
lolling.
had this for
Yeah.
6
Yeah, right.
years.
Like we have been
Old.
doing this underground
Right.
forever.
And we've exactly.
God, the gays are so revolutionary.
Oh, you guys get to choose like?
Yeah.
Cool.
So Grindr is only applicable for men seeking men, correct?
Yeah, it's
What
for
about
gay
women
men.
seeking women?
No.
No.
There's a business opportunity.
Yes,
Get
business.
your own
We're going
sandbox,
For
lesbians.
business opportunities.
It could, what would be the name of the lesbian Grindr?
Like
Scissoring?
Grindr.
Scissor Sisters.
Phil, was that or was that you?
That was not me, but it was a good
Phil.
one.
It was
the
Phil.
good.
I would
Our
have loved
engineer
that.
in the
Phil's
back.
voice in the background.
His one contribution.
The
Scissor.
straightest voice of
We've
them all.
not
Yes,
even
right.
talking
He's
about
like,
this
lesbian
show.
Grindr. I have things to say about this.
Phil's
Yeah, so back
currently
to looking.
developing that app
Yes.
as we speak.
It probably exists. I'll get back to you
already
next
does.
week. I'll do the research.
Phil just chimes in. He's like, I hate gay people. I hate them all. I hate this show.
Wrong show to listen to.
You're not.
Necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV.
Yes.
Sorry, Phil.
It's okay. We're not even really recording.
No.
This is all for us.
That's
It's
what I'm
not,
saying.
no
Yeah.
one's gonna
No.
ever see this.
No.
Yep. This is just for me.
Just charity work.
Yeah.
It is.
So
Do for charity.
Augustine and Frank and CJ. When
CJ's so hot.
I agree. When Augustine or when Patrick goes, well, at least I didn't invite a hooker to meet my boyfriend at the birthday party. I was like, yes.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yes.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
know.
Patrick,
I saw you do that 'cause it's
finally, you said something
stood up
and
for
you
yourself.
did it.
You
I
stood
was
up.
so happy, and that's so true. And what is
Yes.
that? What
What
I don't
is
even know.
that?
It's my favorite part of the whole show, but what is it? I don't
Like
understand
he's like a
it.
lost artist living in a basement who doesn't have a job, so he's
hiring hookers.
So he's making a porno.
Which also, I'm like, that's a lot of money for him to be spending too. For someone
You
who's not
don't have
working,
that money, boo.
$220 an hour. Like, come on.
You
like,
nuts?
That's
Come
okay.
on.
That video camera he uses is like a toy for
I
me.
mean,
I know.
awesome.
Right.
He found it
Like-
at like a Goodwill.
He
Yeah,
probably
that
did,
was so
actually.
bizarre.
Actually, he probably did.
Andy
Got one of those
Warhol
old
was like,
school
"Oh, that's a little
cameras.
advanced for me."
He's like, I'm so artistic. I use old cameras.
Yes, exactly.
It's
And, like,
very
So
low
you get
quality.
the grainy.
It's a
low
Fisher
quality
Price.
stuff.
It's on
I didn't
YouTube.
think-
It's
I didn't
280p.
think. I don't know about me, but I would never be okay with that. If my boyfriend ever was
No.
like, no.
And there,
no
I'm hoping
filming.
next episode that they will go on the record and discuss this because there's no discussion of CJ showing up, of them getting to the house, of them having this threesome kind of twosome,
Or generally,
and then
Augustine just
filming.
being a douchebag.
Well, and that whole intro with him was
that's fine,
weird
that's how I
too.
feel.
When he met Frankie at the park, like that whole it was awkward. Like I felt uncomfortable. I was like, "What's going on here?"
Like,
He's
Frank
"Oh, do you
and
want some
CJ are falling
Cheetos?"
in love.
It was
Love
weird. That was
that was so weird.
Hey,
Awkward.
want Cheetos?
Yeah, exactly. Wasn't it weird?
You
And
know
then-
what that
Yeah.
means?
No, I mean it was like weird. It was weird.
Cheetos code
Yeah.
for dick? Oh, or butt? I don't know.
Or butt. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know
my
any
butt.
of
I don't
this.
know.
It was
Is that
awkward.
what you guys say? to
You
each
want
other?
some butt?
Do you want some Cheetos?
I don't know about you. When I go out to the bar, I'm like, hey, you want some butt?
I hope someone finds you and now says that. Or Cheetos.
Yeah.
Or Cheetos.
Cheetos. It was very awkward. But yeah, so
Hashtag Cheetos. Hashtag.
Well, that is one prediction that we have been right on that is coming true, that Patrick and Augustine are fighting. Shocking. And then also that I think Patrick or Augustine and his boyfriend are on the verge to something monumental.
is it going to collapse?
It's really upsetting because Frank is a really nice guy.
He is.
I know, so
He's
why
really
is he
sweet.
okay with all this?
But do you think he
know.
feels like he has to be okay with it because he's
I
going to
think
lose Augustine?
Yeah, because
if he's
Augustine
not?
is like.
And
no
so
offense-
what are you losing? An unemployed bitchy boyfriend? Like, oh.
That's hey, we've
And
all
the
been
beard.
there. We've
He's
all been in
losing the beard.
relationships.
But also,
He's
like,
losing the
your
beard.
That's
group
right.
of friends, like, that's hard.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's hard.
You know?
Everyone's been in a relationship longer past its expiration date, and
Yes.
for
just
various
comfortable.
reasons.
And, like, then
Exactly.
Augustine's getting angry that Frank is, like, enjoying the sex. Like, yo, Augustine, you
Oh, you
opened
thought
the
he was
door.
getting angry about that?
Oh, I thght he was
I
upset.
mean, he like
Oh, I thought
turned
he
off
was
the
angry.
camera
He turned
and
off
was
the
like
camera.
watching and
Yeah.
like
I think he was like,
shocked.
why?
Oh, see,
They're
I
having
think
a
he
very
turned off the
intimate
camera because he
moment.
was like, "Oh,
Get me in
I
that?
just want to like watch this without being artistic for a little bit." I think he was into
And
it.
let's just say CJ's hair, awesome.
Perfect.
It's always on point.
As someone with a receding
does.
hairline, I really,
As someone who could
really
never
want
grow that
hair.
long.
I couldn't grow hair like that
hair.
either.
Whoa.
It was
I
like it was like a
actually-
shampoo commercial hair. That's the hair I was
Honestly.
thinking
Maybe in
about
a
my
foreign
head.
country shampoo commercial. Nothing I'd ever see.
Well,
in the
no,
United
exactly.
States.
European or something.
Yeah.
No, but
Shampoo
guys
commercial.
with long hair who like have the nice long hair,
Yeah,
not
can
like
work,
homeless
yes.
people.
Let's just
Which
tick
is
off
a
all
look.
the-
There's Silver Lake, huge homeless. Like
I think lesbians and
look.
homeless people officially will hate us
I know.
after this.
No, just Patrick.
Okay.
No.
Just,
Well, yeah,
just
just
me.
Patrick.
I'm the one with the
Alright.
opinions. It's cool.
Everybody hates
We didn't talk about
Patrick.
homeless grinder. We just just lesbian grinder.
Yeah,
Oh, what if they have that?
I'm sure.
sure
I don't
they
think
do.
they need it. I think that they just sort of
They
figure
just
that
know.
out.
They
It's
meet
just,
up.
you know,
Street.
Skid Row.
Yeah.
Just go.
Wow. Remember that
Okay,
privileged
we've
white
really-
girl comment
I
you
know.
said earlier?
We've
You're living up to that
Sunk
for
to a new
sure.
low on the show this
Sorry.
week, I'm afraid.
Sorry, guys. I'm
I'm gonna go donate 2 hours of my Saturday to a soup kitchen.
Oh,
There you go.
That's
So,
cool.
you
That's
gotta-
That's the
you
equivalent
gotta-
of a Hail
Hashtag
Mary.
so
Just
white.
to feel
Redeem
completely
yourself.
better about it.
Yeah,
For
it's
2
exactly
hours.
so white. She's gonna go to the
Hashtag
kitchen.
so
But then I'm
white.
gonna go home and then go shopping and get my nails done.
Yeah, and then Facebook it and be like,
Yes.
look at
Look at
my
my-
civic duty.
Lots of Instagram pictures.
I'm so
giving
helpful.
back.
This is
with the
Betsy. She has
homeless.
no teeth. I love homeless people. I actually really have an affinity.
Good.
Oh.
I hang out with them all the time.
Great.
Except for the
Just to
ones
pre-
that seem dangerous.
I was gonna say maybe to prepare yourself if you ever. You know.
I can't handle homeless women. Makes me
So-
so sad.
Okay.
Sorry,
I have-
sorry.
Yeah.
I have a
Off topic.
question about this gay sex scene. I guess last episode they started with one, and this episode they're ending one, so they're bookending it for us. And
bookending.
Kept me in.
this,
I like being bookended.
which is
I
another thing,
Is that another thing?
but that's
Well,
a
we can
thing.
start there.
Hashtag bookend.
Yes.
But this, not all of these guys are gay in real life.
Yeah.
And I just feel like it would be easier for me as a gay man to do a scene like that with a girl. That wouldn't be too difficult to me, but I feel like it would be very hard for a certain straight man to do a gay scene like that.
But don't you like how that's changed though? Because remember before it was always such a
Actors
big deal.
are always a
Like,
little gay.
But no, but actors would never as straight.
We all
you
know.
would never
Yes.
want
Everyone
to play
winked.
the gay role, and now to see that I think is really cool.
Yeah.
Again, to show like
Are you
the
kidding?
way
They
that
all
it's
get
changed.
I just think
nominated.
it's worth like applauding,
Yeah.
and not because I'm like I need straight actors to play gay roles, but because I can imagine that would be
Right.
difficult.
But it was just the fact that they're doing that now instead of the other way around, where it was always okay. The gay guy has to play straight.
I was
and-
thinking the other day, wouldn't you get a boner in those scenes? What do
But you have a
actors
crew
do?
of like 30 people.
You do. Who was that
behind you.
quote? That
Which
was that
some
they,
people are
who
into
said
voyeuristic
that?
stuff.
There was
So
a
then, yes.
yeah. There was a
So
quote
then,
that
yes.
somebody had said like if I get a boner I apologize, if I don't get a boner I apologize. I forget who it was.
Yeah,
It
you're
was
kinda
like Sean
screwed.
Connery or somebody like that. Like when you're in those sex scenes, but the
Sean
same time-
Connery
I-
sex scenes.
One of those from the
Sean
Bond.
Connery, like known for his sex scenes.
Well, no, I'm just talking about
Well, I
for
guess in
Bond,
his
you
time.
know, when you're playing Bond. But I'm just saying, like somebody said that. And,
Scott has a Sean Connery
fetish. Scott, we
I'm
all
so-
know.
why not?
He's like, you know how like
He was so shady. So
You know.
He was
shady.
hot when he was Bond when he was in the early
was.
60s.
That
I'm
is
just
so
Nice
saying.
and
I love
furry
this
and-
show.
No, right, he was absolutely. So hey, he was hot back
So
in the
happy
day.
we do this on a Sunday on the Lord's Day.
Yes,
Just the
exactly.
proper
Wait,
celebration.
Wait, so what was your point though with the Sean
No,
Connery
but I'm
sex scene?
saying like when I think he was the one that said that. It's like I apologize if I get a boner. I apologize if I don't. Like in those scenes, like when you're working with people in these intimate sex scenes,
Yeah.
because it is. It's like got to be very awkward
Like,
because you're
yeah.
either gonna have it or you're not, and you've got like 30 people surrounding you, and it's a
Well,
it's a
also, I
weird
wouldn't be
thing.
attracted to any of those. Well, maybe CJ.
You wouldn't be attracted to any of those guys?
No, in the sex scene, but
Oh.
for Augustine
totally
and OT.
Well,
be
we
quite a
know
few.
that you don't like Augustine's beard. You have
Yeah.
No.
Kylie
I
does
love
not
the
like
beard.
it.
I know.
Well,
You
how
even
did
said
you-
earlier.
how
What
did
did
you
you? How did you
describe
describe it earlier?
After the episode was done, I was very upset with Augustine, and I was like,
And in a
he had
moment
a
of rage.
salty attitude. I hate
moment
him.
of
and His
rage.
beard looks like a bunch of pubes.
There you go.
face pube.
Shady.
Shady.
Shade.
She's
You know,
throwing the
people are
shade.
nodding right now. They
Yeah.
go, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
They
said,
can
I
tell it,
thought
girl.
that. I said
Tell
that,
it.
and I
Tell
thought
it.
it.
Although I
thought it, and she said
I
it.
like the beard.
Speaking
Speaking
the
the
truth.
truth. Hashtag
Truth.
Oh my god.
I love it. Hashtag.
Okay, I love that we were like, we love good gay men who like aren't shady, and we're all like, shade,
Shade.
yeah, hate them.
That's
on the
true.
shade.
Hypocrites.
Whatever.
Do you
All right.
guys?
So yes.
Oh wait, I was gonna ask. Do you guys know if Lynn is gay in real life? Scott
No.
Bakula.
I don't think
He is not.
not?
No, he is straight.
Interesting.
What a waste.
Lynn, please
What a
confirm or
waste.
You know,
deny.
my grandmother used to say this about a really hot priest that we have in our town. She'd always go, "Father, what a waste." And I do that to straight guys all the
That
time.
is
I'm like,
so
"What a waste."
good.
I do
So good. She'd be like, Look at that beautiful father waist.
What else? What else did your grandmother say last time?
She's Dame Judi Dench. She is great.
I want to
Holy
be friends with
thoughts
your
of
grandmother
church.
now. Seriously, I think that needs to be my.
I think she saw a gay man. She goes, "Oh God, the ballerinas are in town," and I was like, "All right, that's not as good."
No, but honestly,
grandma.
if an older lady says that, I love it. I don't even care how
If
she
they
means
say
it.
anything,
I know.
I'm
Yeah,
They can.
really.
That's what's great about it.
Honestly.
That's why Joan Rivers can say whatever she wants.
Look
She's
at all
old and
those
salty.
fairies in tutus. I'd be like, I love it.
Yeah,
I'd be
me
like,
too.
I love
I'd be like,
that. Your
absolutely.
worldview is
I
so
love it.
great.
It is, and you can get away with it because you're old and adorable. You can just say whatever you want.
Yeah.
So there we
So
go.
anyway, so there you go.
Wow.
So that's what
Next
I
week we'll have Pat's grandmother.
Yes.
Honestly,
Call
she'll
in.
call-
Have her watch the episode and
Call
be like,
in.
She would literally be like,
One
"What
sentence.
is happening? What is going on?
What are all the ballerinas doing
like,
in town?
what is this grinder?"
I think
The
I should join
prostitute,
it.
she would be like, "That is not. No."
okay, please. I would
Anyways.
actually really love that.
I will really
If you
try.
talk to her, just ask
Her name
Be
is
like, let's call
Thelma.
in.
She was
See?
meant.
Thelma.
She was
Great name.
meant to be a drag queen.
She
like,
was.
That is a beautiful
Didn't you
stage
said
name.
that would be your drag name, Thelma
Thelma
Louis
Lou.
or
Thelma
Thelma
Lou.
Lou? Thelma Lou.
Although
Awesome.
Thelma Louis is great.
All right.
Anyway, so back to the show.
Yeah. I was like, should we?
But that's an important fact.
It is. Should we spin it off to? Are we gonna talk about Kevin again?
Kevin,
or
let's-
real quick before our predictions.
Kevin's so hot.
He is
Boyfriend.
hot. Anything with an accent.
Boyfriend was cute.
Is hot to me.
Boyfriend was LL Bean cute. That's how I'll describe it.
Wait,
You know, like
Kevin.
Ronnie.
Kevin is Patrick's boss.
Yes.
Right, and then
Yes.
Kevin's boyfriend we meet for the first time this
Yes.
episode.
Yes.
Yeah, and he, in my opinion, Patrick before tonight was the most attractive guy on the show. Now, his boss's boyfriend is the most
Really?
attractive.
You
Really?
think?
Yes, hands down.
Oh, interesting. I do. Okay.
Interesting.
That's my opinion.
No, it's and your opinion is valid.
Thanks.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny?
absolutely. And so now
I get it.
I
He's
really
attractive.
like them because I just think they're a good-looking couple.
But you know-
But I do
you
think,
know it's not
yes,
gonna-
Patrick and his boss are gonna
Yes,
end up.
they're gonna do something
and I
stupid.
do want that more than him and Richie.
And they're gonna ruin.
Take that back.
Take it back.
I want this biracial
Dia de
relationship to happen
Muertes.
so badly.
You're just
So
no.
bad.
I want to de-wasp the shit out
You
of
want
him. I want him to be eating menudo with Richie. at
Honestly,
3
I love
a.m.
it. But I love all the
want
waspy yuppiness.
I want the
love all
drama.
of it.
I want the drama. I want Kevin to hook because I want
No,
that
because
drama.
then
Well, you're gonna get
Richie.
it.
I want the drama.
You're gonna get
I'm
it.
sorry because I'm like I can live vicariously through someone else's craziness.
And
I
Kevin
don't-
and Patrick have a
I'm
great
boring.
dynamic. Whereas
do.
Patrick and Richie, it all seems like
That's what I'm saying. There's
it's Patrick
tense.
trying to make
Yes,
it work.
he's trying to make
Wait,
it work.
are
It's
you-
tense. There's emotional.
Are you pro Pat and Richie or pro Pat and Kevin?
Look, I don't want to say this, but I think I'm pro Pat and Kevin.
Okay, me too.
Me too. I want
And
the
I
drama.
feel like
I
that's,
just want
I
the
feel like
drama.
I have
It's
hashtag.
nothing to do with
I have
any
white
of them
shame
else.
for that.
Not-
I have
no,
white shame.
No, I'm
Not
White
15
privilege shame.
seconds ago, I said
looking
I
for
am
it.
pro Pat and Kevin, and everyone gasped.
Yeah.
But now
no, no.
everyone's
And now
pro
I'm
them.
alone.
Okay,
No,
it's
no,
because
no, no.
you
I
said
said I want
something
the-
that was hard for us
Yes,
to,
no.
to
I want
take
it.
in. We want you to be alone
That
on that
extra
ship.
push. It was the
Yes,
extra
no,
push.
now I can admit it. No, I want the drama. I can admit it now. Now there's a team here.
Okay, so
behind me supporting
Kylie,
me.
Kyle's
you
fighting
do
for-
not want.
I am
She's
pro
fighting for her tribe.
Patrick
Yes.
and Richie, but
Is this because your
who-
boyfriend's Latino?
Yes.
Is this
Yeah,
the only reason?
I'm not gonna
Only
lie.
reason.
I love Latinos.
You just
for
want
reason.
more biracial Latinos.
She's
I'm
fighting
all
for her
about
tribe.
it. I
Yes.
feel really cool during the episode when they speak Spanish because I'm like, I know what
She's
they're
like,
saying.
I know what
are
they're saying.
Hola.
I love it. It is
You
cute.
are,
Guapos.
you are just wiping
Oh,
down
my
her white
guapos.
shame is just coming right off.
Wash
Yes.
it up.
She just
She's
said
sharing the
it.
bed with people.
You can say Scupalario and with the accent.
And mean
I don't
it.
know what that word is.
Scooper Lario.
Scupalario.
Scooper Lario.
See?
That was good.
That is hilarious.
Actually, though, I am very much pro Patrick and Richie, but when you just said that Patrick and Kevin have great chemistry together, something
They
clicked,
do.
and I thought,
They
oh,
have
you're right,
great
they
chemistry.
do.
Whereas
Drama.
Patrick, it
All right.
seems like he's trying to make it
Seriously.
work.
This
Yes.
this
But I
makes
never
no
said-
sense.
I
all
believe it.
all I
Alright.
said was one thing, and everyone disagreed with me. And now everyone goes, "Well, yeah."
Look, Kyle,
I
you win.
guess.
Is that what you
Yeah,
wanted?
is that what
You're
you
right.
I know I am getting what I want. So
hear that you're
I
right?
guess.
Is that what you hear?
Yeah,
You're right.
I do.
You're
Lip
right.
sync
I just
for
want to
your
hear
life.
Kyle's right. I
You're
agree
right.
with Kyle. Yeah,
Kyle's
that's
right.
I agree with
Hashtag
Kyle.
Kyle's right.
You're right.
Right.
Yes.
Hashtag living in
Hashtag.
Kyle's world.
Okay.
Hashtag.
All about Kyle. Hashtag Kyle's right.
Finally, I'm getting
All
what
right,
I
guys,
want.
we're getting
All right, let's spin
out of
around to
hand.
predictions then.
Yes.
Thelma disagrees, just so you know. So you're. Thelma's so
Phil's
pro
asleep.
Richie.
Phil, are you still there?
And it's Phil
Can we
alive.
predict? There we go.
Oh, there we go.
He's developing the scissoring app.
Your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Ooh.
He fell
He already has-
asleep.
he already
because
has a
can't stand our
contract
show.
It's gonna be available in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, Phil's
Alright,
like
we're
a caveman. He could do anything
He can.
in a second with a computer.
That's right. He's amazing. Now let's we'll start with you. We're gonna predict with you.
Predictions?
We're going the
Oh,
other way,
God.
Pat. We're gonna throw you on the
Patrick.
spot.
I think Agustin is going to be an asshole and is going to get in a fight with Frank. And I think that CJ is going to be still in that picture.
Ooh.
I think there's going to be a blow up there. Yeah, we only choose one thing, right?
Oh, you can choose as many as you want.
Doris is pregnant. With
From her
lawn,
makeout-
with
lawn
lawn chair
chair
number
number
she's a
four.
man.
Yep. Doris has a penis. And I think that I'm really sad about the Lynn thing. I was really thrown for a loop there. I was hoping that there was something to build. I don't feel like they're going to hook up.
You know? Okay.
Maybe that'll be
That's your opinion, and your opinion is valid.
And Patrick and Kevin are going to get cuter.
Physically,
They're gonna go to the gym and get better looking.
They're gonna have another one of those
gonna
like
get some Botox.
moments, like a you know when you both reach the same cup and it's like you take the cup,
Yeah.
No, you take it.
They're gonna
And
be
then
more
you're
like Sundays in the office.
and all of us like
Eating
gays
food.
will be like, oh my god,
Yeah.
or I will.
Yeah, I won't be like that, bro.
No,
but yeah.
that's cool.
My prediction is that next episode it is going to be like it's going to take us to the brink of blowing up and save it all for the last episode. And so, where's this wedding? Did we find that out?
I don't know.
probably Colorado.
Why
That's
is
where he's
Kevin
from.
going?
I don't know.
That's
See,
what we'll
that's
find
the
out.
$1 million
Shit.
question. If it's not in San Francisco, why is he there?
Maybe
Why would he be there
Richie.
anyways
Maybe
if it
Richie
was?
never went. But I think Patrick will kiss Kevin or something.
Yeah.
And
He'll
they
get
will
drunk.
they will have this thing where they're like, well, now we should tell our boyfriends, and that will be
So complicated.
Yeah, very complicated. But it's gonna blow. It's gonna. Everyone's. Here's my prediction. Right, everything's gonna blow up. Is that simple enough for everything?
It is.
All right,
Yeah.
there you go.
All encompassing.
I'm
Alright,
trying
well.
to think of a logical reason why Kevin would be there. Like, Richie got
We have the same
sick.
sister.
But from the teaser, it
just around
didn't
the
seem like he
corner.
was the guest. It seemed like he was another guest.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't
Yeah.
with Patrick.
Yeah.
it
And I
did.
do think that Richie's gonna go.
Yeah.
Definitely.
God, that's gonna be so awkward.
All
I can't
right,
wait.
so I don't know about that, but what if I'm trying to think of a prediction?
You're
what
so
if
stupid. That's what she was saying.
What
I
if
don't know about
Frank
that.
runs away with CJ, leaves Augustine for
I hope
CJ?
he does.
Frank?
Yeah,
runs away with
Augustine's
CJ.
a
in it for the
salty
money.
dog.
Wait, but it's
Wow.
actually
I don't
Frank's
know.
house, so he can't run away.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Well, they
I
can
would
run. They
just
just won't have
kicks
a
them
house.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Cheetos, a lot of Cheetos.
All right.
And if
Yeah.
if he
Cheetos.
pays him
He has to go
$250
in
bucks an
Cheetos
hour,
run.
CJ will
Yeah.
do that. You're right.
He has to
Yeah,
go into
I don't think
Cheetos.
things
Me
are
too.
just-
Run.
things aren't going to go great for Augustine.
No,
they're not.
and we've known that's
He's-
a downward
he's getting
slope
very
all
bitter.
And
season.
you know what? He deserves it.
He does.
So,
He's bitter.
He needs to wake up.
He does.
Yeah.
But poor Frank.
well,
Poor kind of clueless
Frank
Frank.
can do better.
Yeah.
yeah, he's an adult. Scott, what do
He'll
you think?
recover.
Frank seems very. He's okay.
He will.
He's a
That's what I'm
solid
saying.
guy.
He'll be fine. We don't have to worry about Frank. I think I do think that Lynn and Dom will end up against maybe Lynn's better judgment hooking up maybe at the very last episode. But yeah, there's definitely chemistry there.
Definitely.
And Lynn's trying to, not go with his urges, but he will. I think he'll succumb
I
to
don't
them.
even know. Lynn didn't even seem very but I
He's
but I think
old.
there's
He's gotten all of his
flirty-
urges out of his
he's-
system.
Not 2 weeks ago when he's in the bathhouse.
true.
So I definitely think there's gonna be something there. I do think it's gonna end up being very awkward, but I want the drama between Patrick and Kevin and Richie and what was the boyfriend's name? Jonathan. I don't know what the Kevin's boyfriend's name
Oh,
was.
LL Bean.
LL
yeah.
Bean. There's definitely gonna be drama there, and I can't wait for it.
Can I make
Cannot
one more
wait.
real quick prediction?
Something awkward and stupid that
Yeah.
Patrick will do.
I
Yep.
think that tape is going to get leaked out on the internet somehow and be a thing.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Which, if that ever happened, I would be so upset.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree.
That is mean.
Which is why I have a no taping policy.
yeah.
There you go.
All right, where can they find you guys?
Thelma Lou and I, we share Twitter at Pat_Lambert.
I will soon be sharing Twitter with Thelma Lou. I am at Kyle_Kittleson.
I am at the Kylie Hodges.
And I will be sharing my life with Thelma Lou pretty soon because she sounds
My God.
All right, well, I'm independent of Thelma Lou. I don't need a woman.
It's
to
so true.
make me
She's
important.
hot. You can find me on Twitter at sman80.
She's hot.
That's SMAN80. Here for AfterBuzz, Archer, and Chosen. We're back now after the Olympics. And if you're bored in LA after the Oscars and you want to come check out my stand-up comedy in the Belly Room, the Comedy Store, next Sunday, March 2nd at 8:45.
Get it, sister. Hashtag Thelma.
Thanks for
right.
watching, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz
you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.